Okay, so what we covered this morning is that we see the bounce, the rock, the roll, yeah, and the groove, how to use the groove to combine all that together, right? Yeah. Then, beginning of this afternoon, we started to see how we can approach the music and play with it in a very natural way, yes? And the only technical aspect that we added is, no, it's not really a technical aspect, it's just a principle that you are already doing, and I wanted to create awareness about it, is that we all usually play on the beat and in the beat, okay? So now we're gonna start integrating this in our way of moving, okay? So let's go back to the beginning. For each foundation, I mentioned that we have the mechanic of it, right? So for the bounce, the mechanic is literally going up and down like this, right? So basically, having the bounce, you know, having the bounce, yes? Now for the rock, the mechanic is going like this, yes? Or maybe like this, yeah? Then you can combine it with the bounce, right? Now we see for the roll, the mechanic of it is literally circle, right? Boom. This is the roll, yes, yeah? And the mechanic of it is having this circle motion while keeping the bounce, yes? And then we say that the groove is your voice, right? So now that we have this, and we understand how we want to approach the music, now it's time to play actually much deeper with the song. So how are we going to be doing this? We're going to be utilizing foundation that we've been saying this morning. But we are not going to think about the bounce, the roll, and the rock anymore. We're just going to integrate the mechanic of them in our dance, right? So sometime I will see directions. Sometime I will see you circling, okay? However you want. And I will often see, you know, the bounce in it. And at the same time, I see you playing with the music in a very natural way. Okay? Now we start putting everything together. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Right? So we're gonna start with this first, and then I'm gonna give you more and more details so that we can go more and more deeper with the music. Okay? But overall, in terms of information, I don't want to add more information to what we've covered. It's time now to really start implementing this in much more depth. Make sense? Yeah? Question? Great. Cool. I like when you have question, that's mean I've done my job, right? Okay, so I'm gonna play the music and the exercise is that I want you to just observe and identify all the mechanic, right, that I'm using, and you're just playing with this. Say, okay, all right, I see the mechanic of roll, I see the mechanic of bounce, okay, all right. But all this has to be with the approach of being natural with the music by playing in and on the beat, right? And by using those mechanics, okay? So this is going to be the structure of the freestyle, and you want to identify them, okay? And then once I do this, then we're going to start doing it as well, and then we can move forward.
Let's go, Denzel. See you niggas at the next event, you know? Hey, got a turkey bag with no turkey in it. It's clicking in the spot, then you know we working in it. Somebody crossed us, then they getting murdered in it. 20-something in the game, trying to get further in it. 2-something on the dash, then you know I'm swerving in it. Put the poison to the game, yeah, I put the Durban in it. I got that S8 blood, who the essays love. Cause the ghosts get the package there, the next day plug. Fast like a panther, quick runs to Tampa. planning like Walt White did in the camper. Could kill you on the desert or the beach, nigga. Or I could kill you in the streets cause I'm a street nigga. I told Street, scoop me up in the Jeep, nigga. This is string and you know we got the heat, nigga. Yeah, see you niggas at the next event. Cool niggas that get extra bent. My word, nigga. See you niggas at the next event. Me and Money, we are best of friends. See you niggas at the next event. Me and Reefer, we are next again. Right. See you niggas at the next event. Me and my niggas, we get extra bent. See you niggas at the next event. Like some way you look extra tense. This is big ass, nigga. This is high octane. Started off a dirty nigga, had to do the block thing. This is my spot thing. This is how I got things. Niggas running up, then you know they getting popping. Now we do the drop to the yacht, lane popping. We was out for brunch, yeah. I was out for lunch, but I came back for dinner. Was a winner with a hunch. So the hustle getting double, and the numbers getting crunched. Now the whips is outside, shit is looking like punch. You know what the game say, we do what the strings say.
Basically, I did something on purpose, trying to really go, taking my time at the beginning, and then make the freestyle a little bit longer than usual, just for me to explore that, and also to let you analyze and identify each mechanic that you've been saying, and based on our approach in music as well. And that's what I would like from you guys. Now you're gonna stop only when I say stop. Yeah? So I would like to see you freestyle longer. Okay? So you can really have the time to play with those mechanics. Right? And for us to identify them, and most importantly to see how you are integrating them in your dance. Because now you're not thinking the movement anymore, you're thinking mechanic with the music. Make sense? Yeah? Let's go for it.
Fuck around the city with an ice pick. I've been paranoid, usually I ain't like this. Ain't no telling how crazy I might get. Beat the police with a knife stick. In my whole life I've been lifeless. Now I'm so fly, I'm a motherfucking flight risk. Fuck a couple hoes till I pass out. Whoa. Niggas throwing stones in my glass house. Whoa. I remember sleeping on my dad's couch. Whoa. Now I got the belly and it's blacked out. Whoa. Family looking at me like a cash cow. Whoa. Everybody dissing just to have clout. Whoa. Thought you had a chance, now you asked out. Nigga, I'm the motherfucking man. Where you at now? Fuck it, I'ma hit him till they jumping. I ain't tripping, this is nothing. I've been living in the dungeon. I done held a couple grudges. What the hell? I got a job to meet the devil. I'm a cousin. I ain't settling with nothing. Got a medal in the truck to keep it steady when the bustin' niggas ducking. You see me when the couldn't see it coming. I ain't judging. I just want the money. I don't need a budget. I've been hungry. I ain't got no weapon, but I got the lucky nigga. How you gonna move on the front line? If I don't fuck with you, I just cut ties. My high school teacher said I'd never be shit to that bitch that I turned out just fine. And I don't know you for the talk time. We do not share the same bloodline. Run your mouth like a tough guy. Hope you keep the same energy when it's crunch time.
According to the American Psychiatric Association, it affects roughly 8% of children and 2% of adults, commonly believed to only affect boys because they are perceived as rowdy and rambunctious.
One time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for them bitches in the South Shore. 3 times for them days on the block getting chased by the cops like a motherfucking outlaw. 4 times for the days that were all bad. 5 times for the bitches who ain't called back. 6 times for the kids like me who got ADHD just to need a couple hearses. Double homicide, kill the beat and the verses. Everybody living on the surface, but we came from the underground. Yeah, we deserve what's beef. Beef is when you murder motherfuckers on the beat. Kill them all, nah, what's beef? Beef is brothers lying over shit that never mattered in the first place. Lying in the street, what's beef? Beef is when you leave it in the past, let it heal like a cast. When enough time passes, you blast. Kinda like John Wick, bars like a convict. Fuck a runner, you don't wanna start shit. Come on with the hot shit, all they do is talk shit. You can never cop it, boy, just stop that. High-end drunk, call that HD vision. All these other motherfuckers full of indecision. And I murder with precision all over your television. I'm number one, and you is just a subdivision. Never listen, we gon' leave you missing. That's the mission like ISIS. Ain't no trying to figure over who the nicest. It's logic, it's obvious, just ask the audience. I'm cooking body this shit. Yes, it's egregious, I'm Regis, you Kelly, you pussy, you pussy. Don't push me, I'm Louis Vuitton. You at Target with your mom. On the internet, still hating on my last post. I just said a steak like a Astros. My God, niggas trying to need a couple hearses. Double homicide, kill the beat and the verses. Everybody living on the surface, but we came from the underground. Yeah, we deserve it. Far from the minimum, killing them with no rhythm. And in 5 hours, the middle man get them in the same room. Now we on the same tune, and we feel the game doom. The illest and never just on the same shit. Rap, back, clap.
Okay, I let it stretch a bit more, right? so that you can start tapping into your creativity. And why having this structure? Because you already know, you already know the structure, you know? And in reality, it's only a structure, because there is no limitation in the structure. Because with roll, you can do plenty. With back and forth, you can do plenty. With bounce, you can do plenty. And with the music on top of that, it's limitless. You see what I mean? So only structure, no limitation, and push it. All right, let's go.
On the gang shit. Bottles in a bucket full of ice. Yeah. Better make room, hit a Lambo. Celebrate. Bitch, better believe it, I'm snuggle. Yeah. You know I'm about to take you from your man. Celebrate. Papa with the chopper, that artificial niggas acting like bitches in the side of the forever living. It don't make a difference, nigga, we winning. I'm plenty grinning, 100 million platinum, fucking you ain't gotta listen. Celebrate. Better step down to me. Feel a dick, bitch, open up your mouth to me. Nacho, talk to the dick, honestly. I'm dope, bitch, coming like any, mini, money, no celebrate. I don't like when I lose. If I don't buy her, them shoes, I don't like those. Regular, do anything that I want to.
I'm overthinking. Okay, cry. No, it's still so much information. So because I think you have to roll, you have to go up, down, you have to go side, and I'm losing the.
Okay, that's good. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's the thing.
I was already stressing before.
Here's the thing. That's perfect as an example. If you hadn't, I don't know about you guys. If you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know. Because it was only the beginning of your performance. You see what I mean? Like literally 30 seconds. You see? So there is no way I could have known that. Right? And any one of you here, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to tell. And then all of a sudden you just stop. Because there were so many things going on in your mind already. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's the trick. Here's the secret. With this, you don't need to think about it anymore. Pretty much all the time when you're going to be dancing, as long as you have the bounce, right, the rest is taking care of it itself. You see what I mean? This is why I started with the first one, the bounce, because usually the bounce is the only one that will actually give you this lightness, you know, just to make it easier on yourself, right? But now, without thinking about it, I'm already utilizing all the mechanic. You see? And I'm never thinking about roll and things like that. You see what I mean? That's the thing. Don't start thinking, okay, oh no, in this one I didn't do the roll. No. You know? That's the thing. Yeah? So, another example is if I do a push-up right now. Okay? One push-up. Do you know how many muscles I had to activate to do this push-up? But I never think about them. You know, I want you to tell me, okay, do one push-up. I just do one push-up. But actually, I had to activate my back. I had to activate my hand. I had to activate my arms. I had to activate my chest. Everything just to do this one push-up. But now if I'm thinking, okay, everything needs to be activated. This is so much pressure on myself. One push-up. Does that make sense? Right? That's the thing. We want to get in a point where we can afford to forget everything that we know because we already know how to do them. Yeah? So information is not for me to overwhelm you. It's just to have an understanding of them so that you can forget about them. Yeah? Yeah? Cool. So that was a perfect example because things like this happen for me to add even more details to the information. Right? So now we're going to play the music again. And you just let it go.
Okay.
Bottles in a bucket full of ice. Yeah. Better make room, hit a Lambo. Celebrate. Bitch, better believe it, I'm snuggle. Yeah. You know I'm about to take you from your man. Celebrate. Papa with the chopper, that artificial niggas acting like bitches in the side of the forever living. It don't make a difference, nigga, we winning. I'm plenty grinning, 100 million platinum, fucking you ain't gotta listen. Celebrate. Better step down to me. Feel a dick, bitch, open up your mouth to me. Nacho, talk to the dick, honestly. I'm dope, bitch, coming like any, mini, money, no celebrate. I don't like when I lose. If I don't buy her, them shoes, I don't like those. Regular, do anything that I want to. Think I'm gonna dance on the moon like Michael. Elevate. While I'm driving and I'm walking in the sky with some shooters, we chop inside of the view with you. Stuck in half in the movies, a couple choppers acoustic and the guitar, but the music is I'm alive and I use it, get stuck inside of the cubit. Cubans, I never lie, but the truth is I'm fucking tired of these losers. And no one like want the cool when it's summertime and the truth, but I'd rather die than to lose. It's a matter of time for a loser. Let's try to chop with the I walk in the trap like a boss. Oh, you know I'm dripping with the stars. Oh, pretty with a face full of scars.
Okay. Good. But you're gonna dance again.
Oh no! I forgot about the.
No. You didn't forget anything. But here's the thing. From what I've seen so far, you push it too much.
Yes.
You see?
That's what I do. Yeah.
And every time before it was more at ease. You see what I mean? And this is when you are your best. Yeah? This is when you are your best. And I'm gonna play the music again. Same principle, but take it easy.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Take it easy. Yeah?
I'm in designer.
Yeah, exactly.
Step down to me, feel a dick, bitch, open up your mouth to me. Not show, talk to the dick, honestly. I'm dope, bitch, coming like any, many, money, more celebrate. I don't like when I lose. If I don't buy her them shoes, I don't like those. Regulate, do anything that I want to. Think I'm gonna dance on the moon like Michael, elevate.
While I'm driving a move, walking in the sky with some shooters, we jump inside of the view with you. That can happen. The room is a couple choppers, acoustic, and the guitar and the music is I'm alive and I use it. It's stuck inside of the cubits. I never lie, but the truth is I'm fucking tired of these losers. And no one like want the fruit when it's summertime and the juice, but I'd rather die than to lose. It's a matter of time for I lose it. Let's try to chop with the walk in the trap like a boss. Oh, you know I'm dripping with the stars. Oh, pretty with a face full of scars. All they did was build me up, try to take me apart. They ain't never wanna celebrate. Like you have a label, call it down the heard the top of me, you put a macarena. All you niggas see is candy, try to chip, and now a little jolly rich and stick a bubble gum. What a feeling, give a get the paper roll. On the corner, I heard you niggas got the juice, but I got corona. Got a little Spanish bitch, I call it maricona. Jordan Lucas bitch, I'm hotter than the fucking sauna. Yeah, I make you niggas elevate. All you know niggas don't do it for me, look. Bitch, you the professor, you a student to me, what? Cause all the shades on like you cooler than me, right? All we do is win, you alluding to me. Rappers wanna talk about battle me. You can give me neck with a mouth full of cavities. Bunch of little niggas trying to grab me. I go sideways, niggas like half of me. You don't wanna see that outside of me.
Once again, you see, even though we talk about it, but sometimes it will happen to all of us that we just forget about it, and because we want to do well. You see what I mean? And this is the track. But also, you can correct this in the moment. That's where experience comes. Oh, I feel too much now. Okay, let me just reset. You know, refocus. And this is something that you can actually do. You know, and also I can guarantee you, when you take it easy, even a song like this, that where it's going hard, you don't have to, because at some point when you started going slower, you did in and on. Sometimes when the music was blah, 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 you were doing, you know, just vibing, and all of a sudden you started to just play with your legs, you know, hitting the beat a bit, but you see, because you find ways, you find room to breathe. You see what I mean? Because here,
Might take around the Applebee's card, they ain't never wanna celebrate. Like you have a label, call it down there, heard the chopper, make it through the macarena. All you niggas see is candy, try to chip, and now a little jolly rich and stick a bubble gum. What a feeling, give a get the paper roll. Celebrate. On the corner, I heard you niggas got the juice, but I got corona. Got a little Spanish bitch, I call it maricona. Jordan Lucas bitch, I'm hotter than the fucking sauna. Yeah, I make you niggas elevate. All you know niggas don't do it for me, low. Bitch, in the professor, you a student to me, what? Cause all the shades on like you cooler than me, right? All we do is win, you a loser to me. Rappers wanna talk about battle, I lose it, they try to chop with the walk in the trap like a boss. Oh, you know I'm dripping with the stars. Oh, pretty with a face full of scars. All they did was build me up, try to take me apart. They ain't never wanna celebrate. Like you have a label, call it down, I heard the chopper, make it through the macarena. All you niggas see is candy, try to chip, and now a little jolly rich and stick a bubble gum. What a feeling, give a get the paper roll. Celebrate. On the corner, I heard you niggas got the juice, but I got corona. Got a little Spanish bitch, I call it maricona. Jordan Lucas bitch, I'm hotter than the fucking sauna. Yeah, I make you niggas elevate. All you know niggas don't do it for me, low. Bitch, in the professor, you a student to me, wow. Cause all the shades on like you cooler than me, right? All we do is win, you a loser to me. Rappers wanna talk about battle me.
yes, easy. Why? Because the approach, I decided to take it easy, right? But now, the tricky part is that I need to remind myself this all the time, and you need to remind yourself this all the time. You see what I mean? Make it easier on yourself. And how you can know that it was too hard on yourself? If you do one round and you feel completely tired, something is wrong. You know, something is wrong, because you all have this the physique to be able to dance longer than that. Yeah? But the moment we push it, it reacts to our body as well. You see what I mean? So take it easy, we'll play the music, and we go back to it again.